Hi, everyone. This is Terica Talbert, and welcome to this week's Tuesdays with Terica. Hey, guys, I have a special guest today. Her name is Carmen Willingham. She is the author of I Am Free to Be Me, which is a children's book, but the words are an encouragement and inspiration to some adults as well. Stick around. I think you're going to enjoy it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Tuesdays with Terica. Thank you so much for coming back, tuning in, and hanging out with us today. I have a wonderful guest that comes to us via Zoom all the way from Michigan, Miss Carmen Willingham. How are you, Carmen?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I am doing wonderful as well. Thank you so much. Hey, I wanted to share a part of your life. You are doing so many wonderful and amazing things
Thank you.
that I know that your story and your platform is being heard on your side, but I wanted it to be heard from my side too, down here in South Carolina.
Thank you.
I'm hoping that we will continue to grow and that we will be able to tap into viewers from all over. So again, I'm just thanking you for um, just agreeing to be a part because I do feel so honored because I know you got a crazy busy day. So thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me.
Well, I wanted to just kind of jump right in. For those of you who do not know, this is Carmen's book. She is the author of I Am Free to Be Me. So let's jump right in. How did you come up with that name?
Well, I came up with the name because I just believe that it's best for people to just be who they are, be authentically who they are, and to just represent however that looks. And so it's very important to me to make sure that, first of all, I'm confident and free to be myself. And then I definitely think that children should feel like it's okay for them to be whoever they are, however that looks,
Mhm.
no matter who likes it and who doesn't, as long as we like it and our babies love themselves, then it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. So I just want children and adults to feel free to just be whoever they are.
So this is a really good book for young people, older people too, but young people will really benefit from it. And the reason why I say that is because it's an easy read
Yes.
and it's a quick read, but yet and still every time you open it, because honestly, I read it a couple times myself,
Good.
but the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes you need to be reminded that it's okay. My hair is kinky. It's okay that my skin is a darker color. And I know that even in our community, sometimes um, there has been, a little bit of conversation about a lighter color and a darker color,
Yes.
versus one versus the other. But I'm free to be whoever I am. I'm free to be whoever God created me to be. And that's okay.
That's
So,
right.
how do you, other than your book, because you are an educator, because you are in the lives of so many, not just children, but young people as a whole, how do you reinforce what you're always saying through the book?
I reinforce what I'm saying in the book by my day-to-day living. Anytime that I come in contact with young people, and I'll just focus on young people right now.
Mhm.
Anytime that I come in contact with young people, if I have a chance to give them an encouraging word, if I have a chance to inspire them. Today, I wore a t-shirt that says unapologetically me.
Mhm.
And just going through the halls, the students are asking, can I see your shirt? What does your shirt say again? And a couple of
Do
them
they understand what it means?
have asked me, what do you mean by that? And I told them, I'm me, and I don't apologize for who I am, what I stand for, and you should feel the same way about yourself. And so anytime that I come in contact with young people, and I always say that this isn't a job, it's a ministry.
Absolutely.
So everywhere that I go, anyone who I can talk to and impact positively, I'm just always talking to the young people, and I keep it real. You know, the kids say keep it 100. I keep it 100 all the time with the kids. They know I'm genuine.
Mhm.
One thing that young people don't like at all or don't appreciate is when someone is not genuine or transparent,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
they can spot it a mile away.
Yes.
Their response to a lot of adults um, depends on how they feel about the adults, and if they
Mhm.
feel like the adults are genuine, uh,
Mhm.
then they're more, then they'll open up to them more and be more respectful, to tell you the truth. And so I'm always fair,
Mhm.
trustworthy. I treat everyone with respect,
Mhm.
and that makes a big difference as well, because I always tell the students, respect goes two ways. I don't just expect for you to respect adults. I expect for adults to respect you. And so just teaching them, it's a daily task. It's not going to happen overnight, but when I attend the sports events for the students, and whether they win or lose, I always tell them, you're great because you're out here. And a
Mhm.
lot of people are not
Just
even.
because you made the effort.
That's right. You're
Yeah. Yeah.
here, and at least you're doing something and you're trying. And so win or lose, you're great. And just with all the young people who I come in contact with, I make sure that I let them know that it's safe to be
Mhm.
themselves as well, and
Mhm.
that everyone belongs
Mhm.
wherever I am. If they're there, they belong. So
That's the one thing that over the years I have really tried to be very intentional about is making sure that whether now, because I don't have kids,
yeah, yes. But I'm sure you come in
but
contact with
but
several
I
kids.
always want whoever is drawn to me or I'm drawn to them or however the interaction takes place because I know that God does things strategically. So, but I always want whoever is in my presence to feel that they're in a safe place.
That's right.
And I think that's what you're offering through. Not only are you an educator, but you're also a principal. And I would imagine that you having all these little people looking at you, depending on you, and then to have your staff looking at you and depending on you too, you have to create an environment that everyone feels safe. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes, and again, I want to emphasize, not only should they feel safe, but I want them to feel like they belong. They
Mm-hmm.
belong here,
Mm-hmm.
and feel good about belonging here. And one of the things that we say at the school is we want to create an environment where people are running to get in, not running to get out.
Right.
Yes,
That is really good.
yes.
So with because you are more so on, should I say a private sector? Because you're not a public
We're a public
program.
charter,
You are
public
public
charter
charter,
district.
okay.
Yes.
Which means that you guys do things just a little bit different. There's a little, I think I read in your bio that you guys embrace some creative learning tools. Is that correct? Would you like to expound upon that?
Sure. I'm grateful that I have been a part of a public school district, and now I'm a part of a charter public school district. And so the only difference that I see is that we have more autonomy at the public charter school. And
Mhm.
I serve a dual role. I'm a school leader, which is the same thing as principal, and I'm also a superintendent as well. So
Wow, I
I
didn't know that.
yeah.
Kudos to
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. And so I'm over our district, which is we have an elementary school on one campus, grades K through 5. And then at my campus, we have a 6th through 12th grade along with preschool. We do things a lot differently. I'm not afraid to take risk and do things differently. And so someone said, you have a middle high school and a preschool, and we do. And there are no problems. We don't have any, there have been no issues that have come up between the middle high school and the preschool. And that's just one creative way that's just one of the creative things that we've done. And I'm not afraid to take risk and do things a little bit differently. And so mixing a pre-K program with a middle high school, not many people do that because, for various reasons, but that's one way that we're creative. There are a ton of stories that I could tell you. So,
But you
yes,
have to have some really great support systems and teams in place to help you be able to cover, because um, small children take a lot more time and patience. And I know some of our preteens and teens as well, but small kids, you got to watch them in a different way. So you really have to make sure that the team that you invite to be a part of what your vision is, that they're able to flow with how you're flowing, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. I have an awesome team. Our mascot is the Gator. And so we call ourselves Gator Nation. And
Mhm.
um, in order to be a Gator, you have to be able to roll with the punches. One of the words that is used pretty frequently or has been through the pandemic and now is pivot. You have to be able to pivot and I always say we have to keep our head on swivel. Swivel all the time. We
Because
have to,
everything is changing,
that's right. We
and
have to
it
stay
changes so
woke.
quickly.
We have to stay woke. We have to be alert.
Mhm.
Um, and just be able to roll with the punches. And I also say the flexible never get bent out of shape. You have to be flexible, and you can't get bent out of shape because you can't react uh,
Mhm.
to a lot of things because a lot of things come to us at once as educators, and we have to be able to deal with things in real time
Mhm.
and make um, good decisions.
Absolutely. What would you say would be a challenge in the school district that you're able to share and kind of witness? What would be some of the challenges that maybe you're seeing now that may not have been an issue before, but now you're kind of seeing that things are changing a bit?
I can say, and I always refer back to the pandemic, which is not over, but when we were first introduced to the pandemic and when it first came upon us, just to catch up, we're doing a lot of catch up. And we have to understand that the students who we have right now, for example, if they're in 6th grade, they're probably really in 4th grade because, in a way,
Wow.
they missed 2 years of
Hmm.
being in person, 100% in person. And it was difficult. Virtual learning was very difficult for a lot of families. COVID really impacted us negatively, but we always try to make positive out of a negative. And so we came up with ways here at the school to continue to educate our students because, no excuses. We have to get it done. I always say that we
Hmm.
have to educate our students by any means necessary that's legal.
Hmm.
And so whatever that looks like, whatever it takes, um,
Do you have a lot of family, parent, guardian support in the changes that you're trying to do? Because of just in conversation, I have heard that a lot of teachers, educators feel that there hasn't always been the support
mhm,
that they've needed from, and I'm not saying that that's on your end of the
mhm.
spectrum, but just in general, just general conversation.
I would say that parents are doing the best that they can, whatever that looks like. And
Mhm.
so our school, we bus 98% of our students from all over.
Wow.
And we have at least 40 bus stops a day where we pick up students from different parts of different cities. And so I've always said that when parents choose us, once the children come in our door, we have to do everything that we can to give them the best educational journey possible. The whole child, no matter what that is, meeting all of their needs. I have a family right now. Well, we have families who are displaced. And I feel that it's our job to help them. So whatever they need. So I have a student who comes to me every day at the end of the day. She has a lot of pride. And but she brings me a bag. And in the bag, I put wipes, washcloths, candles, um, just different things that she needs because right now they're out of power at her.
Mhm.
And so, but that's our job. If we can do something for our families, if we have the capacity, which we should, and we don't, then shame on us. So we have to go above and beyond the educational setting and make sure that we do everything in our power to empower the whole child to be successful, no matter what that looks like. And so I also think that mental health issues
Mhm.
have been exposed, for lack of a better word, or magnified here lately. There are a lot of things that our children are dealing with that most of us haven't had to deal with. Uh, uh,
Mhm.
just several things like taking 3 buses to get here, 3 public buses in order to get to our school. I can't imagine. Our babies get up at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's dark to go to a bus stop in order to come to our school. And so when they choose us, our challenges are minimal compared to what our babies deal with on a day-to-day basis. And so we make no
So,
excuses here. Yeah, it's hard,
yeah.
but you know, uh we're
Are
built,
they
we're
always
built for
able to
this.
communicate their challenges? Or as an educator, are you kind of feeling your way through some of what you see?
Oh no, our children feel safe. That's
Mhm.
one of the importance of building positive relationships and authentic relationships with our students. And they come and tell us. They
Mhm.
tell us what they need. We have a phenomenal social worker. We have a wonderful counselor.
On
We
staff.
have on staff here in the building
Wow.
every day.
Okay.
Our staff is phenomenal as far as the children feeling safe with coming to one of us, no matter who it is, it doesn't matter. And if they tell us a need or something that's going on, we all come together to see how we can help the students.
To
So
figure it out.
yeah, we have to. That's our job to figure it out because they're babies. They can't figure it out. And I even call my seniors, the 17 and 18 year olds, our babies because they're just big babies and they all need us. And so if we're here in this building, then we are to meet every need that we can for our students. That's our job. It doesn't just stop in the classroom.
So if you don't have the purity of heart, they can't stay there.
Can't be here.
You know what I'm saying?
Usually people eliminate themselves. If elimination needs
Wow.
to take place, they eliminate themselves. But again, we're trying to create an environment, and that's where the staff too, where people run in and want to stay and not want to run out.
Mhm. So as you're doing so much and as you have so many hats that you put on and take off and put on and take off throughout the day and week, when do you get a break? Like, how do you catch your breath? How do you, because in my mind, I'm thinking that your mind is constantly going, constantly wanting to improve this or revise that. How do you take time to just shut it off? Just have quiet time, just to find the peace and the strength that you need to rebuild you so that you're better tomorrow?
I'm working on that. I'm working diligently and trying to be really intentional about self-care.
Mhm,
And I've actually had a few sessions with a life coach. I believe that's her title.
mhm.
And luckily, my prayer life, I hope I can talk about prayer on here.
Yes,
Uh,
that's what we talk about. We
oh,
talk
thank
about
goodness.
Jesus.
Oh, well, then good. Thank God. Thank God for my relationship with Christ. That helps me tremendously. Um, I prayed before everything that I need to, and just have a great relationship, and just so grateful to God. That I because I feel so blessed. I feel that I know that I'm a chosen one, and I'm chosen to do. I've been chosen to do this because everybody can't do it and do it well.
So
And
when did you know that? When did you come into the realization of that?
I never want to sound arrogant or anything like that because I'm not. I'm far from it. But when you know in your heart, when you have a passion for something, and it's an old cliche, when you go to work, it shouldn't feel like work.
Mhm,
When I come to work, I enjoy what I'm doing. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I've been offered several other things, but I'm doing exactly what I want to do, where I want to do it. And I'm blessed to work for the Leona Group. That's our management company, who is a blessing. I'm blessed to be chartered by Eastern Michigan University.
mhm,
Our school is chartered by Eastern Michigan University. I'm blessed for that. Um, the Michigan Department of Education, I have a wonderful relationship with them because I'm so big on relationship building.
mhm, mhm,
And when you build positive relationships, that makes things so much easier.
mhm,
Where when I come here, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like a job. And again, I can't say it enough. It's a ministry.
mhm.
And so because I know this is my ministry, I love it. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. And when I knew it was one day, um, I actually was here and two students came to me and they said, "You love your job, don't you?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And they said, "We can tell." And they voted me the staff member who loves their job the most. So
Wow.
when
Kids did that.
the kids did it, and I was thinking, "Yep, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing." Because when I was younger, I really didn't know. I thought I was going to be an attorney in
I
transparency.
could see that too.
I did, but I was like, that might be, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to be around kids. I love the young people. I've always been a magnet to young people. And I've just always immersed myself. And, at church, I was over the youth choir. And, so anywhere that I go, I'm a magnet for the young people because I see their potential and
Mhm,
they trust me. I usually they trust me and they know what I say is true and they don't have to um think about it or wonder, the place that I'm coming from. They know exactly where I'm coming from. I just love it. And so that helped me to really know when those students said that to me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I love it. Wouldn't want to
Who
be doing anything else.
who would you say is your greatest supporter and
Oh,
why?
hands down, my parents,
Mhm.
my mom and dad. And my dad, before he passed away, he always made sure that I knew and felt and was reminded that I could do anything. I just felt like all the time that I could conquer whatever I wanted to do. I could do it and I didn't have fear. Never had fear. I knew, you may feel a little shaky sometimes, but my dad always made me feel secure and
Mhm.
made me feel like I could do anything and that he was right there. He was there for my dance recitals. He was there for my piano recitals. He was there, coming to the school. And then my mom I always say that's my rider. Uh,
Mhm.
ride or die. That's my homegirl. And so my mom and I shared the same birthday.
Yes, yes.
Uh, and so my mom is like Yeah, can't say enough about my mom. And
Mhm.
so my support and my brother also, Will, the three of them, and now my two daughters, you
Mhm.
know, uh, my
That
two
was
daughters.
another thing that I
Yeah,
thought when I saw the book
yeah.
of how awesome it is for them to see you, um, not just going from level to level, but to evolve, because the book was something different, but still an extension of who you are. I just thought that was so great for them to be able to see and to watch and to always know that even when you have achieved one thing, there's still so much more available for you to search for, seek, achieve, and obtain.
And they're in the book. The two little
Yes.
girls are those are my actual daughters. Those are their faces in the book, and I thought it was very important for them to be featured in the book. And they also, not only do I support them, but they're my support system as well. And so, and friends and family also. I have a phenomenal support system, and I'm just grateful because everyone doesn't have that. And so, blessed. I'm humbled by it. Um, it's just really, really good, and I'm just thankful for my support system.
Well, before we allow you to share your final thoughts, I have one more question.
Sure.
What would you like your legacy to be when life shifts? What would you like people to always remember you by? What would you like to be known for? What would the words of legacy be that would touch and inspire your heart about you?
That's a good question. um, what would I like my legacy to be? First of all, in my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, both of my daughters are legacies. Ariel and Alexia are now members of the phenomenal sisterhood of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And so that starts my legacy. They have embraced sisterhood. They have embraced the importance of being authentic, transparent, serving the community. And so my legacy will start with that. Um, Always serve the community, always be kind to others, always just be transparent, don't apologize for who you are or what you do. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, with respect, and always have integrity, dignity, and I think that those things describe me. Be humble, be a humble spirit, and of course, God fearing. I should have said that first. Anything that you do, let Christ lead you and order your steps. And if you have that close relationship with God, not perfect, none of us have a perfect relationship, none of us are perfect. Um, but at the end of the day, if you're intentional and purposeful with what you do, with your decisions, and just pray about everything. And I think that all the things that I'm saying right now would describe me, and that would be a legacy. I was always honest, I was always fair. Um, I was always trustworthy. I was always a person of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I can't do it, then I'm going to say I can't do it. Um, and just making people feel better because I was here. Like I don't. I'm hoping that uh, my being here has made the world a better place. And so the legacy that I would love to leave is because I was here, things were better wherever I was and in whatever I was doing.
That is awesome. And I do agree with that. One of the things too that I would add, just because I'm your cousin on the other side,
Yes.
kind of peeping in, looking in at your life from South Carolina and from Ohio to South Carolina and so on. but you have always been determined and very focused.
Thank you.
Um, I never, I never wondered whether or not you were going to be successful. And the reason why is because of your parents. I think your parents, in my opinion, instilled instilled something in you different from maybe some of the other family members because they always wanted you to have choices.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying that other family didn't. It was just that they had a different way of leading you to the place.
I
So
I would
I
agree. I
yeah.
would agree. And my mom, every time I used to, when I was younger, she used to always say, "You're number one, Carmen," and I would just always write that down. I'm number one. I'm number one. And so she instilled that in me. That coupled with my dad feeling
Mhm.
like I could conquer the world and having that security. But he would always tell me, and my mom as well, keep Christ first. That's all you need to do. If you keep Christ first and keep God first in your life, there's nothing that you can do. And the importance of family as well, and loyalty. That's
Loyal.
another thing that I
Mhm.
want to mention too. Being loyal and just again, doing whatever you can to make the world
Mhm.
a better place and being intentional about it. And so I thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Um, and of course the importance of family, and
Mhm.
this is just really, really special
Mhm.
because my family, my cousin is speaking to me now, and I'm so proud of you as well. And this is supposed to be about me, but it's about you too, and the great accomplishments that you have made, and I'm so proud of you as well. And
Well,
you know,
thank you so much. Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. I'm just again so grateful and so honored that we were able to share this because again, I enjoyed the book. I am free to be me.
Yes.
We're gonna have Tim to put a link or so that if anybody wants to buy a copy that they have access to do that. So if they needed to, where could they find a copy of the book? Or if they wanted to know something in addition to your program, just had some questions for you, um, how could they get in contact with you?
So my preference is I'm sold out of the book. So I'm ordering more. Lord, thanks to God, I've sold so many books, and so I'm ordering more. So I'm in the process of ordering them more so they can email me. And
Mhm.
I don't have it on Amazon. I send the books myself because I like to sign the books
Mhm.
myself. And so what would happen is if they sent me an email and said that they wanted to order the book, I'll give my email address. And I also have a nonprofit organization called Excellence Matters Most. And
Mhm.
I have a website. And so I would like to say the website if I could, and
Yeah,
the email address if I can. Is that
please.
okay?
Mhm.
Okay, so the email address, the website is www.excellencemattersmost.com or .org. I have two, and they both go the same place.
Okay.
Or they can email me at Carmen Willingham, Carmen Willingham, WillingHam, the numbers 879 at gmail.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I hope you guys have been inspired by Carmen's story, by her walk, by the positiveness that she puts out in every room that she walks in. As you guys were able to witness, I'm sure, just a woman of excellence. And so, we thank her for sharing her time with us, her knowledge, her space. And we hope that it inspires you to do something greater, to know that today is one thing, but as long as you wake up tomorrow, you have an opportunity to do something great. Take advantage of the opportunity. Hey guys, I'm Terica Talbert with Century 21 Blackwell and Company. I sponsored today's episode. You know what? I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. I want you to stay tuned. Keep coming back. Keep tuning in. Keep watching us and see how we grow. Until next week, enjoy.